Hello and good day everyone. We are from Bachelor of Elementary Education Generalist, second year, section 1. We are here to discuss some topics about entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship is the activity of setting up a business or businesses taking on financial risk in the hope of profit. Entrepreneurship is the creation or extraction of economic value. With this definition, entrepreneurship is viewed as change, generally entailing risk beyond what is normally encountered in starting business, which may include other values than simply economic ones. So to start the first topic, Miss Meryl Ann Milan will be discuss about marketing goods and services. Miss Meryl?
The goods and services market is where households purchase consumable items and businesses sell their wares. The market includes store, internet, and any other place where consumer goods and services are exchanged. When you go to the store or the shop in the internet or even just to trade with your friends, you are dealing the goods and services market. It is here that end products are treated. Consumers pay money to businesses to acquire something. Money flows from the consumer to the business. This contrasts with the factor market where businesses purchase the resources they needed to produce an item. In a goods and services market, the law of supply-demand determines a good price and output. Here, together with Ms. Renee Rose to understand deeper about good and services market. Ms. Renee Rose.
Thank you, Meryl. We desire to have all the things to satisfy our present and future want. Thus, our desire is for all those things that satisfy our wants. All these things are either material goods or services. If something is not wanted by anybody, it will not be called a good or service. Goods are material items that you can purchase. Anything that you can find in a grocery store, farmer's market, shopping mall, home improvement shop, or any other store is a good. The prices of goods are largely determined by the supply and demand of an economy. There are four types of goods: private goods, common goods, club goods, and public goods. They vary in their level of exclusivity. That is how many people can enjoy them. Unlike goods, services are activities. The biggest difference is that goods are produced while services are performed. Services are intangible, meaning you can control manufacture or store services. Perishable, they are performed in the moment and finished when they are over. Inconsistent, meaning not able to be repeated exactly between services. Changes in time, location, resources, condition, and so on. For example, you can store the act of a butcher cutting your meat. It is a service because it's happening at that exact moment. And because the butcher isn't able to repeat the exact service for the next customer, or the cut of meat, sharpness of the knife, and timing would be slightly different. The meat is the product that you may pay for, and the cutting is the service that you paid for. There are three main types of services based on their sector: business services, social services, and personal services. Goods and services are the outputs offered by businesses to satisfy the demands of consumer and industrial markets. Going back to you, Mary.
Thank you, Ms. Renee Rose. Economists use the circular flow model to show the interdependence of the households and businesses. They trade with each other in two markets, the factor market and the goods services market. In the diagram below, the inside loop is money, while the outside loop is for good purchase. The upper portion show how money flows from the household to businesses through the goods services market. In return, the household services the item they have purchased. The flow of money is reversed on the lower portion of the diagram. Here, businesses pay household waste, rent, dividend, or profits to return the services. To tell you about marketing concept, Miss Mary Joy Tagsip will go on cam. Miss Mary Joy.
Thank you, Ms. Merrill. Marketing is the promotion of business products or services to a target audience. It is, in short, an action taken to bring attention to a business offerings. They can be physical goods for sale or services offered. Common examples of marketing at work include television, commercial, billboards on the side of the road, magazine, and advertisements. But not all businesses approach the need market their goods and services in the same way. In fact, there are a few different approaches to how marketing can be successful for an organization. These approaches are called marketing concepts, or philosophy that determines what types of marketing tools are used by a company. Marketing concepts are driven by a clear objectives that takes into account cost, efficiency, and social responsibilities and effectiveness within a particular market. The marketing concept represents the major change in today's company orientation that provides the foundation to achieve competitive advantage. This philosophy is the foundation of consultative selling. The marketing concept has evolved into a fifth more refined company orientation. The societal marketing concept. This concept is more theoretical and will undoubtedly influence future forms of marketing and selling approaches. So to understand the consumer and consumers, Miss Katrina Mitz-Perpan and Miss Althea Joy Navata will tell you the difference of it and to understand deeper about it. Miss Katrina and Althea.
Thank you, Mary Joy. Together with Althea, we're going to discuss you about consumer and customer to understand what's the difference of it.
Consumer versus customer. What is the difference in the definitions and usage? Although interchangeably used in the common context, they are not the same. Often the two terms, consumer versus customer, are interchangeably used in a common context. In simple vocabulary, a consumer is someone who consumes a product. Similarly, a customer is the one who buys or purchases a product. Despite the exact definitions, both the terms are deemed essential in the economic ideology of consumerism.
So, what is the difference between a consumer and a customer? Nevertheless, it is true that a customer is a prime target in the world of business. But, it is finally a consumer who consumes and uses the product. He is the one who has the power to unearth the verdict. A consumer decides whether the quality of the product or service has passed the test or not. Before proceeding, know that the customer and consumer may or may not be the same person. Also, the consumer has the leverage to influence the buying decision of the customer. So, what are the exact difference and why it is so important? Let's dig into the explore.
The definition of a consumer could get subjective as well as tricky sometimes. In any given business, the one who consumes the service or uses the goods is said to be a consumer. Note that a customer could be a consumer at certain times, but not always. Simply put, any entity who does not have the choice to resell the product or service and use that for its purpose is a consumer. Or in even simpler terms, every end user in the chain of buying or using services or products is a consumer. Let's take an example here. Say you are the head of the family and you purchase some milk packets from the retailer. Till the time you buy those packets, you are a customer. But when that is consumed by you and your family, that is where they are the consumers. This is when you are entitled to discern the genuine nature and quality of the product. Hence, surveys and consumers reports have a huge demand for businesses. To truly sustain in the business world, the quality of your services and the impact it leaves on the consumers makes or breaks the deal.
Again, the definition of a customer is similar to that a consumer, but not in its entirely. He is the one who purchased a product or service followed by a monetary transaction. Note that a customer is not exactly a consumer at all times. This can be better elaborated on with this example. Say that a mother bought some candies for her kids. In this case, the mother is the customer while her kids are the consumers. The common thread that unites every business is wooing the customer. Once a customer is enticed enough and lured to buy a product, then only it can move to the next consumer in the chain. Over and above, a good marketer always tries to influence the customers first. This induces them to purchase and revert for some more, as they know that once they motivate the customers to frequent and purchase, thereby triggering sales and revenue.
In various walks of life, there is a thin importance of both these terms. The absence of consumers and customers in the economy chain or the country can get very difficult to monitor. To tell us about buying behavior, Ms. Maureen Mejia will tell us about that. Ms. Maureen?
Thank you, Althea and Katrina. Buyer behavior refers to the decision and acts people undertake to buy products or services for individual or group use. It's synonymous with the term consumer buying behavior, which often applies to individual customers in contrast to businesses. Buying behavior is the driving force behind any marketing process. Understanding why and how people decide to purchase this or that product or why they are so loyal to one particular brand is the number one task for companies that strive for improving their business model and acquiring more customers. Buyer behavior is always determined by how involved a client is in their decision to buy a product or service and how risky it is. The higher the product price, the higher the risk, the higher the customer's involvement in purchase decisions. Based on these determinants, 4 types of consumer buyer behavior are distinguished. Complex buying behavior. This type is also called extensive. The customer is highly involved in the buying process and thorough research before the purchase due to the high degree of economic or psychological risk. Example of this type of buying behavior include purchasing expensive goods or services such as a house, a car, an education course, and etc. Dissonance-reducing buying behavior. Like complex buying behavior, this type presupposes lots of involvements in the buying process due to the high price or infrequent purchase. People find it difficult to choose between brands and are afraid they might regret their choice afterward, hence the word dissonance. As a rule, they buy goods without much research based on convenience or available budget.
An example of dishonest reducing buying behavior may be purchasing a waffle maker. In this case, a customer won't think much about which model to use, choosing between a few brands available. Habitual buying behavior. This type of consumer buying behavior is characterized by low involvement in a purchase decision. A client sees no significant difference among brands and buys habitual goods over a long period. An example of habitual buying behavior is purchasing everyday products. Variety-seeking behavior. In this case, a customer switches among brands for the sake of variety or curiosity, not dissatisfaction, demonstrating a low level of involvement. For example, they may buy soap without putting much thought into it. Next time, they will choose another brand to change the scent. To continue, Miss Amy Resurrection will be on count for market segmentation. Miss Amy?
Thank you, Maureen, for a warm introduction. When trying to reach customers with a marketing message or ad campaign, targeting the right market with the right message is essential. If you aim too broadly, your message might reach a few people who end up becoming customers, but you'll also reach a lot of people who aren't interested in your products or services. When your messaging isn't optimized for your audience, you'll end up with a lot of wasted advertising dollars. Market segmentation can help you to target just people most likely to become satisfied customers of your company or enthusiastic consumers of your content. To segment a market, you'll split it up into groups that have similar characteristics. You can base a segment on one or more qualities. Splitting up an audience in this way allows for more precisely targeted marketing and personalized content. Market segmentation can help you to define and better understand your target audiences and ideal customers. If you are a marketeer, this allows you to identify the right market for your product and then target your marketing more effectively. Market segmentation allows you to target your content to the right people in the right way, rather than targeting your entire audience with a generic message. This helps you increase the chances of people engaging with your ad or content, resulting in more efficient campaigns and improved returns on investment or ROI. There are 4 types of market segmentation. First is demographic segmentation. This is one of the most widely used forms of market segmentation since it is based on knowing how customers use your products and services and how much they are willing to pay for them. The second one is behavioral segmentation. The attitudes the public has towards your brand, the way they use it, and their awareness are examples of behavioral segmentation. Collecting this type of data is similar to the way you would find psychographic data. This allows marketeer to develop a more targeted approach. The third one is geographic segmentation. The need and interests of potential customers vary according to their geographic location, climate, and region. And understanding this allows you to determine where to sell and advertise a brand, as well as where to expand a business. Lastly, psychographic segmentation. To understand the target audience, market research methods such as focus groups, surveys, interviews, and case studies can be successful in compiling this type of conclusion. There are 5 benefits of market segmentation. First is improved campaign performance. Second one is informed product development. The third is reveals areas to expand. The fourth is improves business focus. And lastly, inform other business decisions. For variation, the marketing mix, Miss Erica May Navarrete will explain it to all of you.
Thank you, Amy, for such a great introduction. The 4Ps of marketing. The 4Ps of marketing include product, price, place, and promotion. These are the key elements that must be united to effectively foster and promote a brand's unique value and help it stand out from the competition. But what makes the 4Ps of marketing so important that they have withstood the test of time? Including the growth of the internet age. Below, we break down each P and examine the ways that each has remained critical to marketing. First P stands for product. A product refers to any item that intends to classify, to testify the needs and wants of a target customer. It can be tangible goods such as a clothing item or piece of software, or intangible like a service or experience. Think legal services or a cruise. And marketers must always have a clear concept of what their products stand for and what differentiates them from the competition before they can be marketed successfully. The second P stands for price. First comes the product, and immediately after comes a determination of its value among target audiences. Pricing strategy is an art and a science in that it involves both market, data, and careful calculation, as well as skillfully balancing between pricing that is too high or too low, and understanding how skewing either way might damage the brand. And may I call Jaire Cardosa to continue the 4Ps of marketing.
Okay, thank you. Price not only refers to the monetary value of a product, but also the time or the effort the customer is willing to expend to acquire it. Determining this will be a critical factor in revenue for the brand, as it will impact profit, supply, demand, and how much the marketers should expend on a promotion or marketing strategy. This in and of itself is why this P is one of the most important. If a product is priced too high or too low, the product and the brand could fail. Next, place. The internet age has introduced new challenges when it comes to reaching your customers. Place refers to providing customers access to the product, and it also calls into play convenience for the customers. Marketing through digital means or otherwise is about putting the right product in the right place, at the right price, at the right time, and in front of the customers. Okay, promotion. Now, how to make an audience aware of a product. Within the framework of 4Ps, promotion refers primarily to marketing communication. This communication use channels such as public relations, advertising, direct marketing, email marketing, supply media marketing, or supplies promotion. Think of it as any way of marketers disseminate to relevant product information to their target customers. Promotion in the area that has arguably seen the greatest growth and change as a result of the digital age. With the exceptional access offered by B2C marketing solution, marketers can now promote product easier, more effectively, and more personalized than ever before, thus leading to greater outcomes and ever-increasing expectation. While today's marketing environment has changed significantly since the 4Ps were established in 1960s, the foundation of marketing has not, by continuing to focus on the 4Ps and how to use them within the framework of the digital age. Marketers can be successful no matter the circumstances. There may be new methods made possible with these types of technological advancement, but all concepts still ring true. To inform us about marketing plans or market plans and strategy formulation, I will turn the camera to Ms. Hyacinth Vasquez and Riza May Violas. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Erica. Marketing strategy formulation is the procedure to describe major marketing objectives of firm. This facilitates formulators to develop a guide. They scrutinize the market and with relevant information. Strategy markers determine what marketing approaches will be effective to approach clients and attract them to look for business services.
And marketing strategy development often takes place within teams. The use of teams within organization charged with group product development has proven to be a significant resource for the development of strategic outcomes. Teams offer organization the way to accomplish learning and creativity, as well as knowledge distribution throughout organization.
Strategy is described as a firm's positioning to achieve a competitive advantage in the marketplace. The main objective of a strategy is to protect organizational efficiency through the right activities at the correct time. The main focus of a strategy is that the organization achieves the right fit with the external environment. A marketing strategy facilitates firms to develop a plan to enable them to recommend suitable product to the right market to gain a competitive advantage. Consequently, a marketing strategy gives an overall idea to accurately position products in the marketplace while accounting for both internal and external limitations.
The 6-step in marketing plan. Number 1 is situation, firm, market, industry, competition, and environment. Number 2 is objective, sales, market share, market expansion, leadership, and satisfaction. Number 3 is strategy, segment, target, price or quality, product positioning, differentiation, and diversification. Number 4 is action plan, budget allocation, product, promotion, price, and distribution. And 5, forecast, to quantify its cost, sales, profit, and market share. And last is control, organization structure, measurement tools, check frequency.
To summarize, a marketing plan is a written scheme to advertise the products or services of a new business. It is an expression of how serious a company is to fulfill its objectives in the market, with strategies and plan to increase market and share and attract customers. An effectual marketing plan is supposed to vigilantly collected market, customers, and competitor information, and sometimes citing professional suggestions. To discuss about company objectives and resources, may I call on Ms. Jeremy Plata and Patricia Sugarno.
Thank you, Risa and Hyacinth. Defining objectives clarifies the orientation of the domestic and international divisions, permitting consistent policies. The lack of well-defined objectives has found companies rushing into promising foreign markets only to find activities that conflict with or detract from the company's primary objectives.
Foreign market opportunities do not always parallel corporate objectives. It may be necessary to change the objectives, alter the scale of international plans, or abandon them. One market may offer immediate profit but have a poor long-run outlook, while another may offer the reverse. Only when corporate objectives are clear can such differences be concealed effectively.
For the company that is already committed, the key decisions involve allocating effort and resources among countries and products, deciding on new markets to develop or old ones to withdraw from, and determining which products to develop or drop. Guidelines and systematic procedures are necessary for evaluating international opportunities and risks and for developing strategic plans to take advantage of such opportunities. The process illustrated in Exhibit 11.1 offers a systematic guide to planning for the multinational firm operating in several countries.
Information derived from each phase, market research, and evaluation of program reference. It has 4 phases. Phase 1, preliminary analysis and screening, matching company and country needs. It has environmental factors, company character, and screening criteria. Company character. It has philosophy, objectives, resources, management style, organization, financial limitations, management and marketing skills, products, and others. Home country constraints, political, legal, economic, and others. Host countries constraints, economic, political or legal, competitive, level of technology, culture, structures of distribution, geography, and competition. Phase 2, adapting the marketing mix to target markets, which have matching mix requirements. Under the product are adaptation, brand name, features, packaging, service, warranty, style, and standards. It also have the price, credit, and discounts. It also have promotion, advertising, personal selling, media, message, and sale promotion. And last, it also have distribution, logistics, and channels. Under the phase 3 is developing the marketing plan. Marketing plan development. It has situation analysis, objectives and goals, strategy and tactics, selecting mode of entry, budgets, and action programs. And last is phase 4. Implementation and control. Implementation, evaluation, and control. It has objectives, standards, assign responsibility, measure performance, and correct for error. For the last topic we want you to know, may I call Miss Francie Ocampo and Rian-Joy Menguito for Innovation and Marketing Management.
Thank you, Patricia. What is marketing and innovation management? They will be equipped with the skills and knowledge required for a career in customer, product, brand and revenue management, and the skills to research the needs of customers, bring new and innovative products to market, manage channel partners, and manage customer satisfaction and loyalty.
What is innovation management? Innovation management is a process of planning and integrating innovation into the organization. It is a management process for delivering successful innovations, often with a creative component. Innovation management can also be described as a process of managing change, which includes trying to create a culture of innovation, encouraging teams to be open-minded and creative. Innovation management can also be described as the process of achieving the best outcomes from innovation by recognizing and leveraging opportunities to innovate. Lastly, innovation management is also the process of managing and developing ideas to create something new and better. There are many companies that have transformed their innovation management by leveraging new technologies, while others are struggling to keep up. The key to success in any organization's innovation strategy lies in how well they are able to nurture individual and team creativity. The main objective of innovation management is to find ways to address the needs of your customers in the best way possible. The goal is to keep them coming back and eventually have them become your long-term customers. Innovation management tries to create an environment where people are encouraged to come up with new ideas and not fear failure as they might try out new things. It is not merely about generating new ideas or coming up with a new product. It is about a systematic approach to find and nurture innovation potentials, and a culture that fosters creativity. The structure of an innovation program is composed of 3 major components: idea generation, idea development, and idea deployment. The first component focuses on how to generate as many ideas as possible through brainstorming sessions, experiments, etc. The second component focuses on making sure that the generated ideas are developed into feasible products with viable business models. And finally, the last component focuses on how to effectively deploy these innovations into the market, through educating customers about them or by providing incentives for employees to use them in their work.
Marketing management is a process of controlling marketing aspects, setting the goals of a company, organizing the plans step by step, taking decisions for the firm, and executing them to get the maximum turnover by meeting the consumer's demands. Having a plan for informing the public about your products and services can help your company develop its identity and build a consumer base. Marketing management is an essential part of how a company grows and carries out its business plan. This guide addresses the basics of marketing management and explains the different roles that can improve marketing strategies at a business. Good marketing management drives business success by finding the best ways to reach out to customers and grow sales. Business needs strong marketing strategies to stay competitive within their industry, find new customers, and retain current clients. Marketing management helps new businesses find a niche or expand into multiple segments based on past experience selling to different audiences. Advertising and customer engagement connect with those audiences to build a company reputation. As your marketing strategy develops, you can analyze customer interactions and buying patterns to learn more about your ideal customer and how to pique their interest in your products or services.
As what Jackie Kennedy said, being a reporter seems like a ticket out to the world. I am Rian Joy Minghito,
Meryl and Milan,
Lenaro C. Senior,
Rejoy Taxip,
Katrina Hutchpertan,
Regina Bata,
Maureen Timea,
Ami Resurrection,
Hyacinth and Vasquez,
Jeremy Plata,
Patricia Sugarno,
And Sio Campo,
reporting.